Hey guys, so in this video I wanted to give a full review of my hand-cycle e-bike conversion. Right now I am going up Ebbets Pass on Highway 4. This is approximately an 18-mile, 3,500 foot elevation gain ride. I'm about 13 miles into it, and I'm currently putting out 330 watts into my crystalyte H3525 electric hub motor, direct drive. And as you could tell, if you listen, it's pretty much silent. You can't hear anything, which is one of my favorite features of this conversion. This motor has enabled me to go where I had no possible way of going without an electric hub motor. I actually went up this Highway 4 before, and I crapped out about halfway to where I am right now. That was the highest point I was able to get to without this electric motor. And as you can tell in my background, this is where the beautiful part starts. I mean, it's gorgeous down below, don't get me wrong, but this is really where it's unbelievably beautiful. You're gonna have, you could see mountains all around with snow. This road right now is closed, and so there's no cars whatsoever, and it's unbelievably awesome. This is an activity I've been dreaming of doing since my accident. I actually got injured road biking, and getting back on the horse, I guess it took 5.5 years. I mean, I had a road bike before, but I never really road biked on it. There's basically a bike path by a creek close to my house. I'd go on that, and I'd cap out at maybe 14 miles. I'd get tired. It'd be good exercise, but it's not road biking. I mean, yeah, like take a look at those mountains, and take a look at this road. It's gorgeous. I'm out in nature. I'm getting excellent exercise. This road bike, by the way, the Top End Force 3, I like it a lot more than my Top End XLT. I feel like the way I pull back on the handles is way more, I don't know, ergonomic, or just it's literally the motion I was told to do in physical therapy because I have bad shoulders. As many wheelchair users, you develop shoulder issues because you keep overworking your pecs, and you don't get to work on your back or your biceps. I guess you do work on your biceps, maybe not your triceps as much. So in the hand cycle, I get to do both motions. So I pull back. This is exactly the motion I was told to, I was supposed to do with bands. I was supposed to connect a band to a door and pull. And I'm doing that right now on this hand cycle for 4 hours. This trip is going to take 4 hours because we're going to go longer. We're going to go like 25 miles today, I think, at least. So I'm getting phenomenal exercise for my shoulders. I'm out in nature with my son. I mean, my son can barely keep up with me. I need to make sure to, lower how much watts I use to bike. And it's phenomenal. Everything fits. Here, let me stop again, actually, in the shade and demonstrate how awesome my setup is. I guess I should brag about it. This took a little while to put together. It took at least 3 days to get everything put together. But you can see on one handle, I have my digital input, which is very useful. Actually, having right there is phenomenal because I adjust how much wattage I put out constantly. As the road gets more steep, I'll pump up the power a little bit, and I'll adjust also my derailleur. And as you can see here, this is my X shifter that I was talking about. This thing, you could see, shifts, and this little gadget right here has no battery whatsoever. It's amazing. I think it must get some charge from the fact that I press it, and then that's enough energy for it to transmit to the receiver, which is mounted on my fork right here. And all it does is it just pulls this cable to adjust my derailleur. And as you can see, I am in my easiest gear. I think I need to pedal a little bit for it to get in the proper spot. But this X shifter is really phenomenal. And what it did is it allowed me to create enough space on the right side for my digital input. My throttle's up top, and that's the brake. And it has to be one of the e-brakes that has a cable. And as you can see, I have 3 cables running all the way down here to my cycle analyst. So all these cables run down here to my cycle analyst, which then is connected to my controller, which you can see is mounted underneath my seat. This is a great location because it allowed it to connect to the battery, which is in the back. So I was able to connect the controller to the battery with I think it was a 100 centimeter long cable. So I didn't need to have an extension, which was really nice. And below my bike, there's a lot of airflow. So the controller, from my understanding, can get pretty warm. The airflow is going to keep it cool. So hopefully it's going to maintain and not break on me. The cycle analyst actually did break on me one time. I had to, I don't know what happened. I think the connection, that there's a little 3.5 millimeter jack, that like an audio jack that, here, let me rotate this around. I guess I can't. 3.5 millimeter jack must have gotten wet, and it kept saying PC connection, and that disabled the motor. It was such a pain in the ass. I'm so used to this motor now. If it's disabled, it's actually quite difficult to bike. And it's less so the fact that the hub motor is heavy and there is some natural friction to it, and also if it's not, it can recharge the battery. So unless you turn off your controller, it's going to keep regenerating and breaking you, or breaking the wheel. But it's just, I'm so used to having this electric assist now that if it's disabled, it's quite difficult. So I would say this is a huge success. I'm doing things that I wasn't able to do before I put the electric hub motor, and things that I couldn't do since my injury. And honestly, being able to see my son, enjoying this wonderful sport of, outdoor sport, healthy sport, and honestly, the conversations I've had with my son on these uphills have been better than conversations I've had in the last 10 years with him, since he was born. So honestly, this has been a transformative technology, and I really want to share it. I'm going to have many videos reviewing all the different aspects of this thing. But really, honestly, this has been a raving success. I even told my son, this whole bike, I think it cost over $3,000 with the electric hub motor, the bike itself, etc. So it wasn't a cheap investment. But honestly, if I was only able to use this bike during my quarantine vacation up in Tahoe, I've been working. It's not a full vacation, but let's say 6-week vacation. But I've been biking for maybe 3 weeks. Honestly, if those $3,000 went to just having the experiences I've had in those 3 weeks and nothing else, I wouldn't get to keep the bike or the electric motor, I would have done it again. Absolutely. This thing is transformative. I'm hoping to share this with others, maybe find other hand cyclers to go biking with. I'm definitely going to start biking with my buddies, something I really miss doing. And this electric e-bike hand cycle conversion is a phenomenal success. It's transformative. I would highly recommend it to anybody. So if you have any questions as to how I did it, feel free. I tried to catalog what I did. I'm going to add more videos reviewing the different aspects and maybe what you need, what you don't need. So please check out the other videos and feel free to leave comments. I'll make sure to, or I'll try to respond to them if I can. I'll keep uploading videos. I think it's worthwhile. All the different gadgets that I found that helped me with my disability, and this is right now my favorite gadget. So I would highly recommend converting your hand cycle to an electric hand cycle. Yeah. So we made it. Monitor pass. All the way to the top. A little bit of help from this and a little bit of help from that. That's right, baby. Papa's back. There is no way I would have been able to make it up to this without a motor, I have to say. But I made it up here in style. As you can see, Anatol's catching up. I'm the one waiting this time. And yeah, what is this? 8,314 feet. Ain't that right, buddy? What'd you think of the electric motor, buddy?
It's good.
Kicking some ass, huh?
Yeah.
That's right. I mean, I have to say, man, like, this is the first time that, you know, since my injury, really, that I was able to keep up with people, able-bodied people. Like, this is legit. This is legit. All right, we made it up to, I don't know what the name of this lake is, but it's up on Highway 4 right before Ebbets Pass. It's pretty. First one to the top. Yep, getting used to getting first. It's nice. I like being first. Oh, what a ride. What an epic ride. And there is no way I could do this without the motor. Beauty of the motor. And it's super quiet, peaceful. I'm out in nature. I'm hearing the wind. That's all I'm hearing. No buzzing from the motor. That's the beauty of the direct drive hub motor. There's no buzzing. It's actually been phenomenal for hill climbing. I don't even use I'm not even using anything close to the 1200 watts that it's capable of putting out. Maybe I get up to 500-600 watts on the super steep sections, but it's great. I mean, I could start any part of the hill, and it's actually really convenient for shifting. Sometimes when you're biking and you're going up a hill, it's very hard or it's actually bad for your cassette, and sometimes it doesn't shift at all. Shifting is difficult, but because the motor is spinning the wheel, it actually completely gets rid of that. I mean, it's as if you're going on flats if you put it up to a high wattage. So it's very easy to shift into easier gears, and so far it's great. Oh, there's the Anatol. See, about 1 minute 40 seconds ahead, and I stopped for him less than a mile ago. Yeah, buddy. Oh, baby. I think we just made it. We just made it to Ebbets Pass, baby. 8,730 feet. We started at 5,500, I think. So, not too bad. Anatol is nowhere to be seen. Of course, I kicked his ass, baby. And yeah, this was a great ride. This was a phenomenal ride. Beautiful snow-covered mountains all around. We're at this historical landmark, 1853, John Ebbett. Yeah. Route to Great Promise, baby. To the California dreamland, baby. And we just did this without any legs. It is T5 paraplegic, baby. Ain't nothing but better than that. Oh yeah, feeling pretty good. Definitely feeling good. Yeah. The last 5 miles, I put it up to 600 watts and kept an average speed of 25 miles per hour. And I still have 27% regen. Can you believe that? 27. If I went slower in the last section, probably would have been over 30. That's not bad. That's not bad at all.